So before we get started, I'd just like to say thank you to all the veterans. Without you guys, we would not be here today. We would not have the freedoms that we have today. So thank you very much for your service. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. What's going on, everybody? David here, back with another video. So we're going to look at the press conference yesterday. So Joe Biden, President-elect Joe Biden, had a press conference yesterday, and he talked about the next stimulus package. So I want to take a look at this because I think it's very important for us to keep this in the forefront. We cannot let this go when it comes to the stimulus package, stimulus checks. We can't let it go because if you let it go, politicians start to think, oh, they're not interested anymore, and then they move on. And so we do not want that to happen. That's why I do daily videos. I want to keep you guys informed when it comes to the stimulus package, the stimulus checks, because if you give politicians a little bit of room, they will forget about it. Trust me. We've seen this in the past. We'll continue to see this. So we need to keep this in the forefront. And so we're going to watch this clip in a minute. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please hit that like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell notification. That way you'll get notified anytime we put out videos. We do daily videos and live streams on the weekends. All right, so we're going to take a look at this video, and then we'll talk about it on the other end. All right, let's go.
Thank you, Mr. President-elect. Democrats are on track to lose a handful of seats in the House of Representatives. That could make it harder to pass legislation with just Democratic votes. And I'm just curious, how does that impact your plans for what priorities you think you can get through this Congress, especially if the Senate remains in GOP control? And during the lame duck, will you be coordinating with Speaker Pelosi on how she should be negotiating with Republicans?
Well, I've spoken to the leader, and I've spoken to the minority leader in the House. And one of the urgent things that need to be done is people need relief right now. Right now, small businesses, people who are about to be evicted from their homes because they can't pay their mortgage, unemployment insurance. What's going to happen is you're going to see what people don't realize is the failure to provide state and local assistance. You're going to see police officers, firefighters, first responders laid off. And I think the pressure is going to build. But the fact is that I would hope that the president at least has the sensitivity and knowledge to know that a lot of people are in real trouble right now, between now and the time we get elected, till we get sworn in. And so it's my hope and expectation. I'm sure that the majority, the Speaker of the House, as well as the minority leader, are working right now on the priorities they have laid out.
All right, so right now, he's saying we need something right now. We need relief right now. And so obviously the president-elect cannot do anything right now because he's not the president. And so he has to rely on President Trump. And you saw how he paused there before he finished what he was going to say as far as, will the president move forward with something? Hopefully the president has the decency to want to move forward with a stimulus package. But it will be up to the president. It will be up to the current Congress in order to move something forward. And so we'll have to see where it goes. It is good to know that President-elect Joe Biden is talking with Nancy Pelosi, is talking with Chuck Schumer, and hopefully we'll start talking with Mitch McConnell to try to see what could be done now, and then maybe have something else done once he's the president. So I'm glad to hear that he's at least talking with people. And if you just go back a month ago, President Trump refused to talk to Nancy Pelosi. So at least we have a president-elect, soon-to-be president, that is willing to talk to both the Democrats and the Republicans. He has not ruled that out. He can talk with Mitch McConnell. One of the good things about President-elect Joe Biden, he used to be a senator. So he knows, he has relationships with these senators. And so he should be able to get in there and kind of talk with them and say, hey, look, remember when I helped you out when it came to this? Help us out when it comes to this. That kind of stuff. You can kind of play back and forth. So that's good to see. All right, let's go ahead and continue.
You plan to be active in those negotiations, working with Speaker Pelosi to represent Democrats in the table?
Well, we've been talking, and they know my views, and I support what they're doing.
And then my second.
All right. And so basically he's saying they know my views. Now he can't do anything. And let me say this one more time. He cannot do anything. At this point, all he is a cheerleader. He can talk to Nancy Pelosi. He can talk to Chuck Schumer. This is what I would like. And then hopefully they can move that forward. But he can't physically do anything other than talk right now.
Second question was about the Senate. Do you plan to campaign in Georgia before your inauguration to help Democrats in the 2 runoff races there as they try to flip the Senate? And how important is a Democratic-held Senate to your agenda?
Well, obviously, it'd be much better if we had a tie in the Senate, which means that this vice president become incredibly important beyond what she already is. But we're going to do anything we can that they think we can do to help.
All right. So, and you're going to hear a lot of flip the Senate, because this is the big talk. We have a runoff in Georgia. We have 2 Senate seats. And so we're looking at if the Democrats can win both those seats, they will flip the Senate, which means the Democrats will be in power when it comes to the Senate and in power when it comes to the House, and then have the presidency. So they can pretty much get done whatever they want. And so you're going to hear a lot of this flipping the Senate. Now, all the Republicans have to do is win one of those seats. If they win one of those seats, then they'll maintain the majority. And so you're going to hear this Georgia race is going to be really key, because it can determine a lot. If Democrats are able to control the Senate, then as far as stimulus package and funding and all this, Democrats are pretty much going to get the CARES Act, the original one that they wanted before, the $3.4 trillion. If that's the way that they want to go, they can go that route. And so we'll have to see how this plays out. But you see, President-elect Joe Biden, he is getting in there. He is talking with the Democrats. And hopefully he'll be talking with the Republicans very soon to try to get something done now. That's the important thing, getting something done now. Now, the President Trump, will he sign off on something before he leaves? We don't know. That's still up in the air. It would be unfortunate if he does just refuse to sign anything. But even if they get something on the table and they have something ready to go, so as soon as President-elect Joe Biden becomes the actual president, maybe he can sign it on that same day if they have something already there. So we'll just have to see what President Trump does. The hope is that President Trump will be able to sign off on something before he leaves. But if he does choose not to, at least you'll have something on the table, and President-elect Joe Biden can come in as president on January 20th and go ahead and sign off on some more relief for the American people. But I want to know what you guys think. So down below, let me know. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.